So I've been playing this trash fire. Okay, I gotta stop being mean. This parody of the witness called the Looker, which is implemented in Unity, and in the duration of playing it, I've actually noticed a behavior that exists in this game that also exists in Realmist Masterpiece Edition. And now I'm curious whether it exists really in any Unity 3D game that has this default-ish sort of behavior. Maybe the best demonstration is on this door, right? So if I try walking into this door, I get stopped about here. You can see the bottom of the screen, it stops about there. But if I do a left or right tap, sometimes I get sucked in. Maybe this isn't the right door. There it is. You see how I get closer there? It's really bizarre. Yeah, there it goes. There it is. Look at how much deeper I am into the wall after having done some left and right presses. And normally this doesn't really do a whole lot because most objects in this game have just this wide, super wide radius of like being unable to affect things. But it does mess with collision in a serious way when you have the right sort of setup. I can demonstrate what I found so far in this game, which I'm looking to utilize to skip literal on-rails bullshit. But I can also pull up Realmist Masterpiece Edition to demonstrate another skip that we use pretty often that uses pretty much the same thing, this Unity syncing behavior. So over here there's the setup of two cannons which rotate. I'm pretty sure the rotation doesn't actually change what they are. They're just, I'm pretty sure, cylinders, maybe capsules, although the tops and bottoms don't really have any behavior that matters. But if I walk at this angle and then I tap to the right, I actually get pushed up onto here because I sink into the intersection here enough to where it decides to give me auto step up. I can't really do a whole lot with this. I mean, I'm sure here I can do something silly. I can send the cannon this way. Wow. I'm bombing the maze. This doesn't really do anything here yet, although there is promise because I'm trying to screw with something in this direction, this corner over here. But if there wasn't this Unity sync behavior, I wouldn't be able to pop up onto these walls so easily. Which is weird, right? Like, why would that be a thing? But it isn't just exclusive to the Looker in this instance. Welcome to Realmist Masterpiece Edition, a Unity 3D game from 2014, so 6 years prior. Definitely a lot janker looking, but it is from Cyan, and so it's also a game that I've spent a lot more time in, and it has the exact same deal. If you walk into this wall, for example, you can see there's not really a whole lot that's going on weird. If I tap left or right, I like sink enough into the wall where now the corner of my view actually sticks through this wheel here, or this gear. Like that. This is weird. I don't know what the hell they did over at Unity to make this a problem across at least multiple games. I don't know if this has to do with the default movement. I don't know if this has to do with the default character. I don't know really what this has to do with. I'm going to be exploring other Unity games to see where this Unity sync exists. This Unity syncing behavior exists, where you can tap left and right and you like can sync into objects. I don't exactly know what triggers it, other than like, yeah, like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's like walking against walls or whatever. I don't know if anyone else has found this. I imagine people who are much more accustomed to more Unity games are more used to this. But I don't know. This is Maquette, which I've muted the game audio for because it gets copyright striked fucking instantly. The movement style is not as momentum-y, where if I tap, there's no like drag, right? Where there's no slowing down. You just stop on a dime. And I'm not surprised, no real sinking into the wall. At least I can't tell if there is any. So we'll call this a fail. So this is the Norwood Suite, another whack Unity game. I think it exhibits the same behavior, although it's a lot harder to tell. So I'm only at about this line, but if I tap, there it is, I sink slightly into the wall, like I thought. It's a lot less obvious for this game. It's a lot less obvious for this game. But look at that, yeah, absolutely. Sink into the wall slightly. One more time, there we go. Sinking into the wall by just tapping left. So that's 3 games so far, 3 Unity games. And it seems to be because there's momentum to how I'm walking around, right? When I stop, I don't just stop. So there's different games that exhibit different behavior. So I'll keep looking. Obra Dinn, personal favorite Unity game. It is impossible to tell. Primarily because there is a smidge of momentum, but it's not like the slide in other games. You know? You stop pretty quick compared to other ones. It also doesn't help that the entire ship is moving and it's really hard to tell, but if there is any ability to sink into walls, it's very slight to non-existent, so could be wrong, but hold on, let me see if I can get this. Dang it, whatever. If there is any ability to clip into solid objects, at least further than you would expect, it's probably not in this game. Try Friendship and Madness. Another Unity game. I doubt it. It's really hard to tell with all the bobbing that's going along. Yeah, you can see this. This is motion sickness. But if I run into this wall, you can see the pedestal behind me, I guess is what you'd call it. And we tap a bunch. And then we'll wait for the bobbing to go away. No effect. This is... Even though there's a lot of slide here, I think this is not default movement. It's really weird whatever it is, but I don't think you can use the Unity sync. Could be wrong though. It sort of looks like it, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, I'm sinking to this wall. But it's all an optical illusion. Next game. Manifold Garden, Unity 2019. I doubt it. Although it's going to be real hard to tell because we don't have any reference on floors. But as far as I can tell, since it's not dipping below the mouse, no. It's more witness and less the looker, if that makes any sense. So, no bueno on Manifold Garden, unfortunately. Welcome to Cornalock, Corn Undying Thoughts, and you'll never fucking believe it. Yoink! I'm sinking into the door, just a smidge. But I'm right! It's another Unity game! Because watch, alright, just as another demonstration, circle never hits above the door frame. There he goes! This is a Unity thing, and it's across multiple Unity games. This is Unity 2019, across multiple Unity engines even. Real Mist Masterpiece Edition is Unity 4. Norwood Suite was Unity 5? Looker, who fucking knows, probably the most recent version of Unity. This is Unity 2019. This is a Unity, like... It's an idiosyncrasy. And there it goes! I sink into the door a little bit. Isn't that hilarious? That's awesome. Now, is this useful in this game? Probably not. Can I do it anyway? Hell yes I can. I gotta check all the other Unity games that I got, which I think is only a couple more. But we're almost there. Superliminal. It's got it. It's got it. It absolutely has it. Because if you walk into the wall, and I get the right sort of kick off of it, sinking into the wall slightly. I don't understand. Yeah, so I've sunk into the wall just a smidge. But as we've seen in many other instances of I mean, there's mist and the looker, this could still be enough to get us somewhere. I can't believe this. Yeah, look at how far I'm sinking into the wall. This is a couple of units, clearly. Dang! That's another one on the list. Superliminal. And it does have that weird sort of momentum, a lot of acceleration up and acceleration down for moving. So that sort of checks with what I'm looking at here. Awesome. Fract OSC. Unity game. Haven't played it in a while. Yes. Absolutely. 100%. You can see the gap at the bottom. It sinks away. That's hilarious. I can't believe I never noticed this. I guess I don't run into walls as often as I should. But yeah. Very profound. Almost like default Unity sync. Very good. Very good. And the last game that I'll take a look at here is the 13th Doll. This is a game that is a fan remake that's meant to be cheesier rather than anything else, so it's no surprise that it's using something that sort of feels like a default Unity control scheme. And lo and behold, we sink into the wall pretty clearly. You can see at the bottom of the screen there, that white bar sinks below the bottom of the screen when we do this technique. Now, as for the use cases in all of these games, probably terribly limited. Like, you know, if I sink into these bars here, I don't think this is going to get me anywhere. I know for a fact that if you have objects where you normally couldn't be able to stand on them, for whatever reason, if you sink into them slightly, that'll give you more leeway in order to stand on them. Usually you have to pass by a corner. At least this is the case for Real Mist Masterpiece Edition, but I think there's a couple of other Unity games where I've noticed this, where corners give the game a run for its money in terms of being able to prevent you from being able to step up on things, and so on. So this is something that I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more investigatory work as with any Unity game, because I didn't realize this is possible as long as you're using a default Unity movement scheme or something. So I'll probably be looking at what you could use this syncing into for games that I didn't know it existed in. And I suppose I just hope that someone else is able to use this information in other Unity games that use a more default control scheme, usually indier games rather than anything else. So I hope this is useful at least to somebody else. For my sake, I think I'm just going to be documenting it so I can remember it for the next Unity game I go on a tear on.